Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Tom here.
Where's everybody else, Tom?
They left us.
They left us, no. Actually, we've been wanting to watch Invincible for a while. It's a newer series. Kim and Mom love being here, but they're already full-time doing all the reactions, everything else that we're doing on the channel. So they were okay sitting this one out. I did ask them, but it was just a little bit too much. But I'm happy that you're watching with me. That's good.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I honestly did see the first episode already. I wasn't planning on watching this on the channel.
Didn't invite me.
Tom, yeah, I did not invite him. But after watching the first episode, I was like, this would be a very good series to react to. So that's all I've seen. And Tom has seen nothing. You don't know anything about it.
Well, the only thing I do know is that it's created by Robert Kirkman, who does The Walking Dead. And it's a Prime exclusive, isn't it? Amazon Prime?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, and I know that there's a lot of voice actors in this series that we should recognize. Hopefully, a lot of them. Yeah, Stephen Yeun is one of them.
Yes. So I have watched Walking Dead up to season 5. I think we got halfway through in the channel, and love Nicole and Lee. They were wonderful in the channel for so long. Hopefully Lee will be back in the channel at one point, but Nicole, she moved and had other job opportunities, and it just got too busy for her and she couldn't make time to react anymore, so we just kind of stopped cold in the water. And I felt really bad because I really loved doing that with them, and she's amazing, she's doing well, and you guys do ask that a lot. And hopefully Mom, Kim, and I, and maybe you, Tom, we'll see, but can watch The Walking Dead. I mean, you're already pretty much caught up.
I am caught up.
Yeah, you're caught up to The Walking Dead. So, and there's a lot of seasons. There's going to be 11 now. I'm on season 5, so I'm only like halfway, a little bit less than halfway now. But if we were to watch with Mom and Kim, I mean, that'll be a long commitment, but I really do think they'll have great reactions, especially the first so many seasons, you know? I mean, we were just insane during it. But this one is an animation, and it's made by Robert Kirkman, right? The comic book was, and this was too, just like Walking Dead, which is very impressive, and about superheroes from what we saw in the picture. Right?
That's about all I
mean, that's all you saw, because, like, I love looking up movies, but it gets dangerous sometimes if you want to go into something pure, because sometimes when I click on a movie for Amazon, it'll start to play a part of it on the side. You'll have all the text, and it'll be, like, in the background, and it'll kind of spoil major things that happen. So with this one, I made sure to click off that before we signed on. You know, because I didn't want you to see what was going on. But anywho, yeah, oh my God, like, what's going on? So, shall we, Tom?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So this episode's called "It's About Time" that we're watching this.
Dangerous. Oh,
let's get dangerous. Let's get dangerous. My God, I haven't heard that in forever. Let's get
classic
dangerous.
Cool.
Do-do-do. I'm supposed to learn to tuck and roll away from a guy who can shoot lasers from his eyes, or control minds, or
I might even get to see some things I want to see if we have time.
just the two of you? You sure about that, Steve? I
You're checking the cars.
I doesn't care.
Morning.
Could have like someone with a mask driving by.
When Molly and
My Starbucks.
No.
Probably one of the cars you let in that you didn't check.
I know.
I should have never trusted the flawed calculations of a clone. You know this if you were truly original.
That's working.
Ouch.
Not bulletproof at close range.
It's like the Flash.
Yeah.
We can take it from here.
Wonder Woman.
Sorry, I wouldn't normally move so fast.
Luckily, that's it.
Almost Batman.
Yeah. Silver Surfer and Batman.
Dramatic.
Yeah, it really shows you how dangerous it is. Ooh.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the original.
Yeah, nice work.
There's nothing going on down there I haven't seen before.
Just get out!
As you can see, the sea.
Make me get the spray bottle.
stop griping and get ready for school.
Couldn't you at least
Plus, he's
wait
faster than
until
a
I
speeding
leave the
bullet.
house? For college?
Tom. Yes. Woohoo.
Breaking these new shoes.
You're such an Omni-maniac. He's hot and all. And that mustache. Sorry.
Creepy.
What are you, a lesbian or something?
I wish.
Kick him in the
Would
balls.
you leave me alone then?
Don't. Guy's twice your size.
It's a weird argument.
Just sit back and watch this.
Burger Marts.
BM.
That's true. Good one, Tom.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now it kicks in.
How many people did he kill with that garbage?
Guess who's finally getting his powers?
If you're up for it, I'll make some time tomorrow for training.
This is so exciting.
Grow a mustache.
He's gonna start drawing one.
You may have noticed that I'm not like normal dads. Viltrumites are very similar to humans, except we can fly, move at super speed, and possess great strength. Things are going to start to change for you in a few years as you hit puberty. You're going to
Body hair.
get acne, superpowers of your own.
Suddenly I want insurance.
To fly.
I don't have good house insurance.
Whew. Don't look down.
I should try
Stop
it
looking
now.
down. I'm not going down.
Nice.
Lucky. Can't breathe.
Yeah, like how to get down.
Why is there a crater in the driveway?
Yeah.
Put some pants on and let's get in the sky, my boy.
Yeah, I think I got it.
It doesn't look like you do.
He's really good at teaching too. I like how he explains it.
It's kind of like peeing your pants on purpose.
What?
Peeing your pants on purpose, next to impossible.
But don't
It's a
actually do
weird
it.
lesson.
Yeah.
Land, I said land, why aren't you slowing down?
He just makes him learn. He's like, am I gonna help you?
Use your whole body. We can freely move ourselves through physical space. We don't have to pivot on our feet and push off the ground. We can create our own leverage.
Ooh.
Oh.
I always wanted to do that.
No one is going to pull their punches.
That was kind of shocking to me though. I was like, oh my god.
Right in the
'Cause you don't
rib
know
cage.
fully like how he's gonna handle it.
How badly did that go?
Broke a couple ribs.
Too far. It's what he needs. Maybe our lives would be better if he hadn't gotten them at all.
I can hear you.
Don't what? Don't kick your ass again?
You're going into space.
Threatening me? Or do you need a replay of what happened last time? Freak!
I need something to punch. Where'd the gunfire go?
Didn't mean it that way.
Who the hell are you?
I guess I'm working on that. Any suggestions?
So he's wearing kick-ass's sweatpants. Superhero pose.
Yeah.
What about ass kicker? Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds willfully childish. What are you thinking?
Kick-ass? Ass
Ridiculous.
kicker?
All right.
And I can do this. It's all I ever wanted for as long as I can remember.
Me to hit you?
I want to do what you do.
No capes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Business, finally.
See?
Can't have you running around in your pajamas all the time.
Oh man, awesome!
What do you think?
Well, I don't know about the orange and yellow.
Can't blame a guy for trying to move unsold merchandise.
I like the goggles.
You give me something to go on, I'll strive for iconic.
Well, that's exciting.
Don't put an S on your shirt. That's just a symbol of hope on our planet.
All these holes.
What the hell was that?
Look at
Fix
them.
it.
Sorry about the yard. I love my boring run-of-the-mill mom.
And I love my asshole son.
Aw.
Tough love.
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep crying if I'm...
She throw it around the world.
Um,
It's like, how many people have you killed doing that?
You knock a plane out of the sky.
Yeah. Oh.
When he fights villains, he should land that way, just crater into the ground.
Yeah.
Scare the hell out of him.
Not a good place to be. Behind seagulls.
You guys think you might have bitten off more than you can chew? That building has a hole in it.
Still causing more damage than he needs to.
Yeah.
You might as well give up. I'm
what? Tell me.
I can't read it.
The same fear. What is this? My best to make friends with the guy. Oh.
How's this going to work?
Guardian's emergency. I'm so very sorry.
I understand.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Yeah.
I've lined my suit with plutonium. When in doubt, throw them into space.
Holly, wait up!
Please, Connie, don't waste any more of my time. I'm not worried about the shareholders' year. I want a spectacular year for the world.
Don't you do enough for the world?
None of us do.
Come on, you're almost there! You got this! You did it! You did it!
Stretch Armstrong.
You okay?
Keep going. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Hold that, hold that. That's a wrap.
What's handy?
I'll check back with you tomorrow.
What a punishment to hang there.
It's gotta hurt your arms after a while.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ugh. Oh.
Ooh, shit.
Oh my god.
You would never do this.
Regardless, it's him or us.
Oh, it's one hit.
Ooh, shit.
Oh my god.
Damn. Feel bad for the maid.
Wow, that was freaking disturbing.
Jeez.
Wow, Tom. So I'm gonna let the credits roll. What did you think?
That last like 10 minutes was like, holy shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Jeez.
again, I saw this once before this episode, and then I stopped, and I was so shocked. And even here, like, we were both speechless. Like, I did not see that happening. And just thinking of Rick Kurtman, I'm like, okay, it's going to be violent. I mean, that you can label it like that, but with The Walking Dead and stuff, I was just like, okay, I'm just expecting it to be violent. So you get so used to how it is from the start, and I'm like, no, it is definitely more adult than an average superhero show. Like a cartoon, you know? Like, I remember the old Superman, the old Batman series in the 90s, and I used to love those series. Mm-hmm. And it had that feeling, but you had a lot of swearing, more adult themes in it. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is the consistency of how bad it's going to get. So that ending threw me completely for a loop. Like, well, after this, I walked away, and I was so quiet, because I actually watched this while working out. And just because sometimes I try to find something to watch, and I'm on this thing, it's called an M5, and it's like between a Stepmaster and elliptical. So I'm doing a mild workout on it, watching this whole episode, and then towards the end, I just stopped. I just slowed down, and I'm just watching this whole scene unfold. And I went so quiet, and I was like a deer in the headlights, you know? And I just walked out of that room, and Ryan was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, I just watched a really good show but I was very traumatized. I didn't even know what to say. So, anyways.
Well, the Omni-Man kind of gave me the Homelander feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just how evil and how strong he really is. You know, he's obviously the strongest one of the whole bunch.
Yeah. Now, I only saw this episode, so I was kind of hoping that he was being mind controlled by someone, because I'm just as naive as the other heroes, where I'm like, there's no way he would do this. I mean, I don't know him, but it seems like they had a long-term relationship, all these heroes together, that he's never ever showed any sign of being like that. I mean, look at his home life with his wife, his human wife and human half son, you know, like.
Yeah, he was training his son and everything. And...
Yeah. So I really didn't expect that at all. So what a major twist. So there's a lot we don't know, but for him to just kill them like that, and he seemed kind of like, when he collapsed at the end, all covered in blood and stuff, it seemed like, I don't know if he was regretful or realizing what he did afterwards. Like maybe he was blind by rage or something that he couldn't control.
I don't know. There's got to be something else behind it.
I know, because how he took out every single member of that team was just incredible. And to see they're trying to survive, and at their most extreme powers, like they're trying their best to evade him, to knock him down. And
he called them all back to their facility, and did it there instead of doing it out in the public one at a time.
Yeah, so he didn't want anyone to know about it, it seems. And
yeah, so he did it quietly, and it's, jeez.
I know how speechless you are, and that's what I wanted to see. Like, again, I didn't tell Tom anything about it, so I was like, okay. And so what did you expect, like, when you first started watching it? I bet you thought the same thing. You thought, like,
well, I mean, it seemed,
Superman, Batman.
His son seemed like he was going through, like, you know, the beginning stages of superheroism, you know, where he's kind of like, you know, kick-ass in a way, hence ass kicker.
Yeah, I know. I love all the, like, references.
And he's kind of also like Spider-Man, too, where as soon as he gets it, he has to go out and start seeing what he can do, you know, and I mean, obviously he still has lots to learn, but his father was his role model and is teaching him all this stuff just to see. I mean, he doesn't know that what his father just did, or what his intentions truly are. But I'm curious as to see what, you know, where this goes from here. But not knowing what the motive is kind of just shocking.
Yeah, I know, and I'm still in that state of shock the second time. Like, that's how good this is. I was like, oh my God. And I mean, his son kept saying that, you know, I want to be like you. I just want to be like you. And it really had a good feeling to it, you know, like being a kid and watching Superman for the first time, or Batman, like the cartoons again that we used to watch growing up. They really have a good family unit, like they're close, and he really idolizes his dad. Like, how great is that? And he seems like a really wonderful hero. And Mark kept saying, like, I really just want to be like you. He kept getting upset. And then I'm like, I wonder, and I did have that in my mind, that watch there be a twist somewhere, Mark will be a better superhero than he is or something, and then that'll make him jealous or trigger something bad in his father. I wasn't sure.
What if when his son finds out about what his father did, if he has to make a decision to fight him?
I know. I mean, how do you cover that up? Like, he was kneeling there, right? And he's in the chaos, all the mayhem, the massacre of everything. So, I mean, it looks like that building probably has, I guess, some kind of security, unless they think that,
or it's well hidden or something.
Yeah, unless the heroes are like enough security. But I'm assuming that they have technologies there where they'll see what happened. But will they actually know it's him? So that's going to be the biggest thing. Will they know it was Omni-Man, or they're going to think that they were all attacked? I don't know.
In their own facility, though, it's going to be kind of, they're going to have to find that place first. So who knows how long
I know. So how can you really cover that up? Because they have this fortress. Exactly. Man. So question is, how quickly will Mark find out that his father is a bad man? I mean, maybe...
You know, in Omni-Man's defense, maybe he was just mad that they didn't have enough coverage on their insurance.
I love You kept bringing that up. That was so
for
funny.
For anyone who doesn't get my joke, it's J.K. Simmons who does the voice of Omni-Man, does the Traveler Insurance commercials.
Yes.
That's where my joke comes from.
Yeah, and I always see those commercials, but I always think of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man because he plays Jameson in that. So
he looks like Jameson in that.
He does.
With the mustache and everything?
It does look like him. I love his voice. He does a lot of great roles. And yeah, so I think he is really fitting. I mean, not as this like evil hero, but just acting like this superior, like amazing father figure. And his voice in general is just nice. Like I really think he suits that character. So the ending enough is just so shocking. And we both didn't read the comics, but our niece Megan, she was very excited to hear that we were going to start this up because she did read the comics and she didn't spoil anything, but she just loves it. And she goes, oh my God, I can't wait to see how you feel about certain things. And
I'm just curious as to, like with Robert Kirkman did The Walking Dead, the comic versus the TV series. The TV series kind of went off on a tangent and it didn't follow the comic that great at all. So I'm curious as to if this show is going to follow the comic or if it's going to go off on its own and be a separate entity than.
That's a good point too. I'm really curious on how that's going to, because it's the same creator. So sometimes I think like when a different artist takes over someone else's idea, like a book to a movie, like they try to change things up to make it their own kind of. So having the same creator do both, I get like things just change when it goes from paper to film, that you have to make some choices because it doesn't read the same as it does on paper. You were actually saying
well,
that
like
before.
The Walking Dead, it's easier to draw somebody doing an action or doing a scene, but actually acting it out for a TV series is totally different.
Yeah.
So maybe with an animated series, you can still draw what you need to draw.
That's true. So, I never actually thought of it that way. Yeah, so I am curious if it'll follow. And guys, no spoilers, please. But if you want to, in the present time with what we're watching, compared to the comics, like that would be interesting. But who knows? Because even that might foreshadow something that will still happen. We'll probably do this weekly. And by the end of the first season, maybe you guys can talk to us about like how it compares to the comic book. And I'm sure we'll look up stuff at that point too. Hopefully no major spoilers beyond this. But yeah, so very shocking ending. I really wish I watched it blind with you because I was like traumatized so badly. It really gave me the feeling of The Boys. I felt like they were like the Justice League. You had all these like different people, like Wonder Woman, War Woman, and I think all that was done on purpose. We had Darkwing. Yeah, and he was like with a deep voice and everything. And it was cool in the beginning watching them fight, and it was humorous too with their strength, but how heroic they were, like how genuine they were, where they really wanted to help people. They were so concerned about the civilians there.
But their own life suffered.
Yeah, that one strong guy like throwing all the people up, like you guys can't be here, and then watching to make sure, like, okay, trying to time this correctly to pick them up. The invisible girl, the green girl, who was like jumping over and like, okay, come here, whatever she was saying, to get them all together and disappear, and she just barely touched that boy with her toes, and I don't
know if she disappeared or if she just was able to go through matter.
Yeah, just go through matter or something.
She came out when that piece of the building fell on top of them. She kind of just walked out of it with them.
Yeah, and
Not
just
anymore.
seeing all those crazy actions though, it was like desperate, and it made it more scary. So I was like, wow, like she barely just touched that boy to save him. But yeah.
Seeing them all do that, it's like now, we don't know anything about them, and I guess we're not going to find out too much more.
I know, and they seem like developed characters, and that was the point, right, for us to really get invested and be like, okay, these guys are cool, and a little corny sometimes with certain quotes that we were hearing, and, just even with, sorry, I forget his name already, but Flash, like having him go hang out with his girlfriend, and he is really caring, but he is very different, and she understands it to a certain extent, but him, like, disappearing for a second to like get that lightning guy who's like, oh.
I thought that was very interesting. What he said though is that with her talking at normal speed is really slow for him to process. So it seems like it's taken forever to get through a conversation.
And
that's
it's
why
not
the attention
rude.
Can't stay focused.
Yeah, he has to tell her the truth. Like, that's a huge thing. And you have to understand. I mean, like, I can't even imagine going through something like that. But, yeah, like...
Don't worry about that anymore.
I know. And that was also big, too, with the whole fight with Omni-Man. Like, he seems, of course, like he's the strongest person there. For the Flash guy to actually go around and save everyone. Like, his power really came in handy. And not until he was killed was everyone else, like... very vulnerable. Like they were not easily, like they put up a good fight kind of, but.
And the interesting thing is that I don't feel like Omni-Man was the leader of their group. I felt like the guy in the blue suit was more of like the leader type.
Yeah, I
could be wrong, but
it was a little confusing there too. I kind of think Omni-Man was his own hero maybe, and but I don't know, because those were the only heroes we saw, so maybe he was like an outsider or something, or they were just like he wasn't part of the clique or something.
And I'm curious too, like the planet that he's from, I forget what it's pronounced, but because of the V.
Yeah.
I figured he said that when they get old enough, they go out to different worlds to help them. Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering now if maybe they go to other planets to conquer them.
I didn't think that, but that's a really good point too, because the way he was describing his world, it just seemed too perfect. Like you have this advanced technologies, everyone looks like peaceful, like happy, and
they're
have
probably
super
peaceful, but they're probably
flying.
doing it,
Yeah, so they might think that they're like this supreme race that's trying to just be like, oh, well, you guys can be better. So we're just going to go to different planets and conquer, like you said.
Or we need your resources to keep our lifestyles going.
Yeah, we're going to start bringing everyone else over. Because I was thinking Krypton. Again, I think that was a comparison or trying to be
Yeah, that kind of felt like that too. I mean, he kind of has the Superman complex. Mm-hmm. So hence being off-world.
Yeah.
That's why I meant that comment about the S is a symbol of hope on my planet.
I know, that's why I laughed at that. I guess I did like that movie, but yeah, like, oh God, sappy hope. But yeah, so we know Mark's superhero name is Invincible, right? Mm-hmm. So that's my take on it anyways at this point. I like how it was like, and I'm dink, and then the title came up, and it looked like I was the ending credit, and I was confused for a second, like, okay, wait, no. But yeah, so very good episode. I have to say the animation is really good too. It's really reminded me of the old like Superman, Batman cartoons in the 90s. Those, I don't know if you remember, but some of them, especially like later in the 90s, they got so stylized. They were super boxy, angular, and it was a little too much for me sometimes. Like I love the stories, but the designs got a little too off to me.
You talking like Batman the animated series kind of thing?
Yeah, like the earlier one was better. And then later on, I think late 90s, it started getting even more angular, like too angular, like Superman. I don't remember what series now because there's so many of them, but he was super boxy, like he had a huge boxy chin and stuff. So
chisel jaw.
This reminded me of that, but the design is very different. Like the design doesn't look anything like that, but it just gave me like the humor and cheesiness sometimes reminded me of that. And then the action in the beginning also did. So the animation is definitely a lot better in this one. But it really gave me good memories.
I know that there's a lot of voice actors, doing voices in this show, like Stephen Yeun and J.K. Simmons and all that. But I also saw Mark Hamill was listed on the voice list.
Oh, I didn't even look, really?
But I didn't see it didn't show who he did. So I'm wondering, just the first thought that came to my mind is the guy who was at the end that Invincible took out.
Yeah.
And said, there's a hole in your building.
Yeah, I know.
I think that might have been him. I'm not sure because I only heard it for a second.
Yeah.
But if I had to guess, that'd be one of my guesses.
Some of the cheesy quotes, like that was so funny that he said
Mark
that.
Hamill he's a very talented voice actor.
I agree.
He did the Joker for many years.
I was going to say that. Like, can you imagine? Because even though some of the superheroes resemble ones that we already know, I was like, can you imagine if he did some kind of Joker knockoff or something in this? I don't know if
or
he
just
would do
laugh,
that, though.
just the Joker laugh,
Oh, it was perfect. Love that. But hopefully he'll have like a lot of roles in this because he can really change his voice up. So
yeah, he could do. He's a man of many voices. Mm-hmm. And he's a Jedi.
And he's a Jedi. He's so awesome. But very good. I'm so happy we're watching this together, Tom. So thank you for joining in on the fun. So let us know what you guys think, and I can't wait to watch episode 2.
No spoilers.
Yeah, please no spoilers, guys. I know it's hard sometimes, but no foreshadowing because from here on out we're both blind and I'm nervous, but I'm excited to get into this story more to see what is going on with Omni and how everyone's going to find out about all the killings. I don't know.
But you know what's cool?
What's that?
You can watch this a week ahead of time by joining our Patreon.
Yes. Woohoo.
So if you really want to see it, sign up.
Yes, guys, and that helps us out a lot to create more videos, and we also have merchandise if you want to check that out as well. Anything you buy there. Merchandise. It really helps out our channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Please subscribe. Bye, guys.
Bye.